Wonder what I should watch. Ooh, what is this? The Walking Dead. I mean, if it's practically begging me to watch it. Okay, the last episode. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, that's
You know what else cute?
Don't segue. Don't
walkers.
Segue walkers.
I said
growlers.
One that was like actually ridiculous.
It was those guys in the bar in the second season.
It was like the crawlers.
The crawlers.
No, it wasn't even that. It was like
list
the things.
The
weirdos. The geeks.
The geeks. That's what
Glenn
called them.
That was in the beginning. But there was the people in the bar or something else.
Lurkers, walkers, deadheads, floaters.
Deadheads.
Roamers,
y'all.
biters, cold bodies, creepers, geeks, herd, rotters, empties, infected.
Deadheads.
Infected is nice.
I'm a deadhead.
Stay away from the infected.
Wait! I don't know where to start this. I guess I'll start from the very beginning. Circa
1980.
Whoa, 2010 on Halloween night. That's kind of crazy.
Whoa, wait, that's
premiered on
sick.
Halloween night, but also 2010
It
doesn't
premiering
feel
on
like.
Halloween night
I
is
feel like it
crazy.
should have been farther
Longer
ago.
I would have guessed like 2007.
Yeah, because the quality of the first season is like the camera is bad, but I think it works for it.
In a way
Personally,
that's
I
like darling.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally like it. But
The reason why it feels like it should have been longer ago too is because it has 11 seasons.
and how many spin-offs?
6 spin-off shows.
Six?
Yep, I looked it up because I was like, oh, maybe there's 3.
It's Fear the Walking Dead. Well, there was The Talking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead.
The Talking Dead!
Fear the Walking Dead, like 2, Daryl show, Negan and Maggie show, and I'm not gonna tell you what the last one is because it's a major spoiler.
Yeah, I think I already knew of the Negan and Maggie. But we haven't gotten there yet in the show. So, prefacing this off with the fact that Mina and I first started watching the show.
I feel like last
spring.
Yeah, last spring.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess it's past.
I was rotting in my bed, literally rotting in my bed like a zombie. Let's watch The Walking Dead.
And you know what we said?
Perfect.
Absolutely.
And we did.
Because we had talked about it before then too.
I don't know what sparked
and
it.
it
I
was,
was
like,
like, I was just
chill
sitting in the
outside.
twins' room and I was like, guys, what if we started this right now?
And you know
No,
what
but
we
it
did?
was really the perfect vibe because it was like kind of gray outside, and it was a little bit
I felt like a
chilly.
zombie.
Yeah, it was
very
very zombie. It was very zombie.
And so right now we're at, I think, in the middle of season 4.
Which is kind of
And-
insane.
Actually, we've watched so much of it and I don't know how we... Like,
Yeah.
that's not that much, like, in the scheme of, like, the internet.
Yeah.
But for us...
Yeah.
No, I mean, and normally we're pretty good at like binging shows. But what we'll do is we'll sit down and watch just a bunch of episodes of it. Overall, we're not gonna really be saying any spoilers necessarily past like season 4. If you haven't seen the first 4 seasons, then it's like at this point,
Literally,
Just because we've seen the...
no,
literally.
Also, sources say a lot of people like the
Ew.
first 4 seasons the best.
Sources say. Like, the 2 people we've talked
Yeah.
about. It's true, though.
Yeah, something that we really enjoy about the show
Is that there's so much actor showcase in it.
oh yeah,
It's literally a soap opera.
No, but that's actually genuinely what kind of makes it enjoyable. Is that it's a soap opera basically.
It's less about the
Yeah.
zombies and it's more about the characters.
yeah.
The
It's
interaction,
so
the
much
relationship
drama.
between there's so much drama.
Yeah.
for no
Although
reason,
when
it's
things
so
that
funny.
get grisly and grimy,
Oh no, but it keeps you interested.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
keeps
it's
you-
interesting.
Because like, oh, someone might die.
Yeah.
Someone might die. Someone
No,
might
and
die.
also
And also I like zombies.
yeah, I also just love that it takes place in the South, specifically Georgia, like the Atlanta drops. Like wait, because it's kind of home. It's kind of home, and
It's
also
kind of home.
Southern Bells.
the Southern Bells,
Yeah.
the 3 Southern Bells.
I don't know if you can
You know
tell
what?
by our accents.
Our
accents.
So you'll see in the little showcase that our artist showcase.
Yeah, so
our-
no, we're literally
the
the
artist
artist
showcase
yeah.
at the end.
our artist showcase at the end. But for my drawing, we're doing a little bit differently. We're not doing fan art. We're doing us like spoofing the Walking Dead comics. So from
Spoofing is a word I have not heard in so long.
Spoofing?
Like that is insane.
Crazy because like there are zombies in The Walking Dead isn't like the only
Yeah, with
zombie
zombies.
universe. But I feel like this is like if zombies were to work like they do in
Yeah.
The Walking Dead. Because
Yeah.
they always work differently.
yeah, that's the starting point, and you have to see where the plot thickens.
But do it again.
Bring the action.
When they hear it's in the club.
Oh!
So I think The Walking Dead starts off with like, it's like throwing punches at you. It's like
Yeah.
not actually that great, but for the time, it's a critically acclaimed. Like people loved
Yeah,
it.
I
Like
mean that's why it has 11
actually,
seasons.
who below the age of 40 likes this show? No one but me. And that's because I grew up on it. And you know what? That's okay. I think it does a really good job in the first few seasons of having a really strong central character group, even if it is really stupid at certain points.
And so painfully slow.
Boring. Keep in mind, they're saying this already by season 4. And like, these are the best 4 seasons of this show.
Yeah. How to hit the octave.
Oh my god. Oh,
whoa, Mariah
whistle
Carey.
note. It's time. I'm gonna say that around season 7, and you will all, if anyone listening knows or has watched The Walking Dead, you'll know what I mean. It's really good. So like season 6, 7, and 8, I thought were really good, and then I absolutely did not care about the rest of it at all.
The other like what 4 seasons?
Snore. Next. Like I do not care. I
do like that they're not really afraid to let people die. Like characters just die all the time.
That is something that The Walking Dead does really well.
And because it's like, especially like main characters,
because
like
it
spoiler
keeps you
alert,
on
keeps you on your toes. It's like, well, anyone can die.
Yeah, like spoiler alert, Shane, like he was a big character in the first couple seasons, and then he dies.
And it was like, whoa.
And it's like, yeah, that's crazy. Especially how he dies. I'm not really gonna get specifics to that, but like,
no, that was a really good scene. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But the way Carl dies, oh my god, like no one cares. No one cares. It takes him like 5 episodes to die. He should be dead within the episode, and then they drag it out just having flashbacks of his character for so long. We don't care. I don't care. Please end the episode. End the episode. I don't care.
If they didn't drag it on, I feel like it'd be way more impactful.
No, because then you're like, okay, why is he still alive?
I feel like sometimes because of the amount of actor showcase, it kind of confuses the genre for me. I'm like, okay, this is more drama, soap opera, rather than maybe some kind of horror, action, suspense thing.
Yeah,
like,
even though they do
thriller.
have good like horror movies.
No, I agree, but it seems to be way overshadowed by monologues that last literally 15 minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
The fact that it's literally like 3 seconds long.
And it starts out with this random, please make it stop, it hurts.
Like, who is that?
There's a Glenn one.
I remember this one. This was like...
We have to include this, of course.
No, yeah.
At this point, I'm so starving that...
She's so hungry that sweet treat wasn't working anymore.
Yeah, so you had to get the sweetest treat of all.
The sweetest treat of all, which is apparently Maya's back flesh. Yeah, this is actually photorealistic, and I'm an incredible artist, so...
Yeah, and you also have that black eye normally.
Yeah, well, I'm missing my right eye.
Or, yeah,
and I have a
huge gash
in my cheek, so you can see my teeth and my gums.
Zombie.
That's my favorite part.
Zombie.
Never thought it hurt so bad getting over you. Ow, you're giving me a hug.
That was me after Shane died.
Oh. For some reason, I thought you meant Shane Dawson.
Yeah, I was like, too. I remember we were talking about what.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've already heard us talk about how the fact that we were kind of like Andrea, T-Dog, the characters that we don't really care about.
I liked T-Dog, but Andrea was
Andrea was actually, I hated her. T-Dog was just kind of there. T-Dog was just kind of like,
he was a good guy.
Yeah, I only mentioned T-Dog because he somehow outlived so many different scenarios.
So many people.
Did he outlive Dale?
Remember when he got his arm like checked and nothing happened? I fully expected him to die.
He had like the fever,
and
they were
but it was just a regular infection
like,
and not the zombie. I was like, what? It's so funny the fact that the zombie logic just simply does not apply the whole time at all, because they'll be splattered in blood or
mouth open, eyes open,
and conveniently, and conveniently the blood will not be splattered at all. It'll be like all over their clothes, which also somehow isn't contamination.
No, they cloak themselves in the blood.
Yeah,
how do they
it's
survive
like what?
That?
So funny.
No. Like what makes them infected if it's not bodily fluid? It doesn't make sense.
No, and then when you find out that everyone, like spoiler, everyone is infected at all times, so basically they just die. But it's also like
okay, how did that not happen sooner?
Yeah,
exactly.
No, because I feel like the zombie rules is like the first a
the first thing
guide.
You think of
so
when you're creating a zombie
you can make it however whatever you want, so it doesn't have to be the bodily fluids thing.
Yeah, literally.
Never thought it hurt so bad getting over you.
My favorite character is Glenn.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think we all like are in love with
And
him,
also like
actually.
Daryl.
You know what? I'll say it.
Yep.
You know
We'll
what?
say it. And
I'm a country
before,
girl.
Before anyone comes for us, watch the show.
Watch the show.
And then tell us what you think, because
I'm a country girl. I'm a country girl.
and maybe that's like the person in me who always ends up being able to see it at
He's
some point.
sweet.
But I mean, he's sweet. Like, he's not a bad character.
No,
so.
he kind of carries the team. Like without, they would actually be dead without
They would be
him,
dead
I think.
without
No,
him.
Even Rick, even with Rick, like
Rick is like the leader, and so like we love him for that because
Yeah.
he's like stoic. Daryl is like the glue.
So true though.
Daryl and Carol's weird relationship.
I
Yeah.
can't figure it out. Also,
can't figure
we
it out.
fully thought Daryl was like supposed to be late 20s or early 30s.
Yeah, kind of like he seems younger because he's what's the
rough
word?
and tough country
rough
boy.
and tough country boy. But he's supposed to be almost
Like
40,
late
right?
40, no, like late
Oh,
40s.
Like, that is insane to me. That just doesn't feel right.
so I always saw Carol and Daryl as
Like mother's
Kind of
mother,
like a
son.
But then now I'm like,
Now I'm
so
like,
anyway.
Never thought I hurt so
Bad.
bad. I like Maggie.
yes, Maggie.
Oh yeah,
Glenn
Maggie. She's just a
Maggie
little
and Glenn are
country
wonderful
girl.
together.
They're so perfect together. Jonah's sick.
Yeah, she's cool.
I honestly, like, I would talk about some of the new characters that you guys haven't met. Not a single one of them is noteworthy. Okay, I will say Negan is a cool character.
Yeah.
But I won't say anything else.
I hear very mixed bag with him. From outside perspective, seeing The Walking Dead stuff on the internet since before we watched it.
There's so many characters. Like, there's a character named Ezekiel. He has like a tiger on a chain. I
What?
just don't care. it's so dumb.
Where did he get it? He went to the zoo.
Where did he get a tiger? The arcs that all of them go through are crazy. Like the arcs that Maggie goes through, the arcs that Carol goes through.
Yeah.
Like,
In fact,
Daryl.
I do.
Daryl!
Carol.
Damn it, Carl!
I just realized that's an OG to our second video ever.
Yes, we
because
did
I
that.
drew Carl. And we did that Daryl, Carl,
Herschel.
We did that thing. So, Bob, we haven't
Put
really-
the gun down, Carl. I forgot that I made you draw Carl. That's funny.
So that was my actual fan. I guess you can still call this fan art though.
Speaking of fan art,
Yeah.
So I'm obviously the last bit of the puzzle here, and let's just say Maya's turn. Maya
What a-
went turn. Kids getting turned.
Kids getting turned.
Maya loves seeing
Kids
that count.
getting
Yeah,
I
kids
don't.
getting
What's
turned.
that?
She's turning into a zombie. So in this universe, yes, I'm the only survivor basically, and
How sad is that?
yeah,
Yeah,
that is pretty sad.
except like technically, Liza and I don't want to say a little aware, but
We bend the rules. We bend
we
the
bend the
rules.
rules
We bend the rules.
because we're just zombies who
Because we
just walk
can.
around.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I
like,
know exactly.
kill me? Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just.
You're
I'm
already
here.
a zombie.
The
Yeah.
I'm literally
Yeah,
already a
you're
zombie.
a zombie.
Never thought it hurt so bad.
Oh my god, what happened? She got me. I was just trying to feed her, but she was loose in the shed. Huh? I'm not the treat. Mina! It's too late. Fresh out of the oven.